We're going to yes, Claire has to go.
Niigan Mosewak means moving forward, and we've been running the program for about 4 years now. Previously, we used to call it Healthy Relationships, and why we started the program is we'd looked at some of the problems in Aboriginal communities, the high drug rate, alcoholism, the high suicide rates. Like I always say, we're first in line when nobody wants to be first, and we're last in line when nobody wants to be last. And so what I looked at was the residential schools, is what the residential schools took out of the communities when we look at our culture, our language, our self-esteem. And so that's what I thought what needs to go back into our communities is the things that we lost through the residential school. These programs hopefully stop that generation or that ripple effect in our community and give us a better chance to live a better life. We have mentors here now that are 20, 21, 22 that started with us when they were 11 and 12. And now we use them as role models in our program to help the other youth that are following behind.
When I was walking through the cabin today, I had my sandals on with dirt on. And when I walked in, I was walking back from grabbing something, I realized there was 2 or 3 kids following me in with their shoes on. And we really stress not having your shoes on. So it just goes to show, you know, when you don't think people are watching, there's always somebody watching and looking up to you.
There's so many times where police officers in particular run into young people, and young people who have made bad choices. When you are dealing with a young person again and again, and they are not only struggling with the challenges they've had in their life and their community, but now, you know, one of the options they chose to counter that challenge is drugs or alcohol. So programs like Niigan Mosewak are so important because we want to help young people understand what their choices are and what healthy choices can be, and that there are other options, and to hopefully take them from the path that will make things more challenging for them and more difficult and more sad and tragic. And that's really the goal, is to give them some good tools in their toolbox to make good choices in life and be strong. And it's really encouraging to see the good choices they make, and when they become empowered to be mentors and role models, and they have so much pride in who they are as an Aboriginal person, and who they are in their community.
For my school alone, I think I had about 10 students come between the 2 weeks. And when they come back and they talk about it, that joy is just spread throughout the school, and I get all kinds of different people asking me, can I go, can I go? So you really sense how valued they feel, and how that pride is slowly building.
What I've learned from this camp, I plan on taking it to my community and share my knowledge and give them that boost that they need. I plan on being a leader.
Every time I come here, I learn more about my culture. It's a great experience.
You get to learn a lot of things you don't usually hear. I didn't grow up in the figure, so it does feel better to know everything.
So what we're trying to do is produce parents, is how to raise a parent. So giving them those skills, so when they become older in life, they have those skills of talking to someone about suicide, about treating women with a respectful way, but also learning about their culture, making that connection, because we've lost that connection in residential schools. We have great kids in our community. We just need to help them walk their path and believe in them, and help them to believe in themselves.
Well, I first attended Niigan Mosewak when I was probably 12 years old. George Couchie came in our community in Nipsing and asked people to attend his program. And during my first experience, it was a really big eye-opener to me, to help me understand that being a First Nations person, we're a lot more powerful than we think we are. After my first experience, George asked me to attend again, which made me feel really good, being asked to come back for a second time. I was noticing my leadership skills getting better as I attended these programs. And I eventually was being asked to become a mentor. Becoming a mentor was something that really empowered me to do change in my community. When I was 16 years old, I started drumming for the first time, and if it wasn't for Niigan Mosewak, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And Niigan Mosewak empowered me to run for my First Nations Council, which I got on, and I was just happened to be the youngest one ever elected. I was 18 years old. And I could say again, without this program, I wouldn't have the confidence to do these things. It taught me that my language is important, and now I'm in university learning my language to come back home to teach it for my community. Niigan Mosewak has given me the power to do those things, especially because they keep inviting me back to share my knowledge with the kids. I think if they told me don't come back after I only went once, I think I would lose that motivation to do those things. Being a mentor only gives me more motivation to stay clean, to stay on a good road, to help the youth that are coming up behind that I'm helping to mentor. The people who work for this program are so passionate about what they're doing and making change for First Nations people and empowering them to do better in my community, better as a person, stronger, and I just hope this program continues for years to come.